It's an unseasonably warm evening on January 24th, 2024, and we're at Toledo Union Station in Toledo, Ohio. Tonight, we're getting on Amtrak train number 30, the Capital Limited. We'll be taking a trip to Washington, D.C. via Pittsburgh and Philly to ride the famous Horseshoe Curve. The unseasonably warm weather has brought with it fog. We watch as an eastbound Norfolk Southern manifest drifts through the fog to make a crew change at the pad. The foggy conditions just before midnight lead to an eerie feeling on the classic station. Toledo Union Station used to have many active tracks, but is now down to just 2. Arriving through the fog on track 1 was Amtrak 30, the Capital Limited. The train is running about 10 minutes late, arriving at 11:49 p.m. Leading the train tonight is ALC 42 number 336. This unit will provide plenty of power for our short 6-car train as we head to Pittsburgh.
Amtrak train 30 heading east to Sandusky, Pittsburgh, and Washington, D.C. Stopping at all intermediate stops. No need to rush out just yet. Take a look around, grab your belongings, and prepare for the train. There will be a final boarding announcement. Attention all Amtrak passengers, now announcing the arrival of Amtrak train 30, the Capital Limited, now going through the sliding glass doors for Sandusky, Leary, Cleveland, Alliance, Pittsburgh, Bonneville, Cumberland, Harrisburg, Ferry, Rockville, and Washington, D.C. Please have your tickets ready to present to the conductor. Once again, this is train 30, the Capital Limited, now boarding.
After a quick stop and crew change, we departed only about 10 minutes late. Our journey starts as we look out towards the classic station design of Toledo Union Station. Even though this was an overnight journey, it was not economical for my brother and I to book a sleeper for the short 5-hour trek to Pittsburgh. We'll be sleeping in a Superliner coach with nice recline and legroom. It would be a restless night, but it would get the job done. After crossing the Maumee River Bridge in darkness, we would try to get some rest as Pittsburgh would come early. Overnight, we would actually make up time and arrive into Pittsburgh about 15 minutes early. As we arrived, one track over is our Pennsylvanian, the train we would be boarding in a couple hours for a trip to Philly. With not much to do in Pittsburgh at 5 a.m., we decided to take a quick ride on the light rail. Here we have a service arriving at an underground station right near the Amtrak station downtown. With a light midweek load of passengers, we departed Pittsburgh Union Station right on time. Interestingly, Pittsburgh Union Station only served one railroad, the Pennsylvania Railroad and its subsidiaries. It was named Pittsburgh Union Station in the 20th century in order to match the Pennsylvania Railroad's other station naming themes. As day breaks, we catch a Lehigh Valley Rail Management train at Johnstown making a shove.
Who's inside the car? Is that the person's head?
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, if you look off to the running right-hand side of the train, we are now rounding the world-famous Horseshoe Curve. Once again, world-famous Horseshoe Curve on the running right-hand side of the train.
Before we knew it, we were at the world-famous Horseshoe Curve. Here, we'd taken the entire passing of the curve in all of its glory. After Horseshoe Curve, we arrived in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Here we got a view of the Railroaders Memorial Museum as we made our station stop. Departing Altoona, we got a view of many Norfolk Southern locomotives. The former BNSF and KCS motors here will be rebuilt into AC-44 C6Ms. Other units like these Dash 9s or SD-40s are waiting on their rebuilds. Near Marysville, Pennsylvania, we got a glimpse of the Little Statue of Liberty. This is a miniature model of the Statue of Liberty that rests in the middle of the Susquehanna River. Our first major stop of the day was Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. This would also be our only fresh air stop on the trip. Harrisburg is the capital of Pennsylvania and sees daily service from the Pennsylvanian as well as multiple trips per day from Keystone services. As we pull into the historic train shed, we're now under electrification. On the adjacent track, we'll see one of the Keystone trains with an ACS 64. Stepping off our train, we can get our first look at our leader, Amtrak 110, a P42. Here we take a look at the Amtrak train shed at the Harrisburg Transportation Center. The station was originally built in 1887 and was rebuilt in 1905 and 1986. The line was electrified to Harrisburg in 1938. Being Pennsylvania's state capital, Harrisburg sees 13 daily round trips from the Keystones plus the Pennsylvanian. After our short fresh air break, we're back on board as we depart. As we depart, we get a better view of the Keystone train, as well as the train shed and the electrification, which is now overhead. As we depart Lancaster, Pennsylvania, we get a look at their station, which is also undergoing a restoration.
Good afternoon, passengers. Welcome aboard. For passengers joining us in Lancaster, the continuation of Amtrak Pennsylvanian Train 42. We'll be making continuation.
Just east of Lancaster is a junction known as Paradise. This is where the world-famous Strasburg Railroad interchanges with the Amtrak Keystone line. Here, we'll get a look at their interchange as well as some static display equipment on the end of their line. On select weekends and during the summer months, you can often see steam engines running around their train at this location. We get our first view of a SEPTA train as we're now on the outskirts of Philadelphia, very close to our next major stop. With the Philadelphia skyline now firmly visible and Amtrak equipment in the yard, we're on our final approach to 30th Street Station in Philadelphia.
This will be Philadelphia's 30th Street Station momentarily.
Amtrak is storing some of their new Acela Avelia sets in Philadelphia. Here they undergo modifications and testings before being put into regular service. We also can see some private cars, an Amtrak ALC 42, and some Amtrak maintenance of way Jeeps. Ducking into 30th Street Station would bring our ride on the Amtrak Pennsylvanian to an end.
Please watch your step. Once again, as a reminder, this train will depart Philadelphia at 3:25. If you change your seats here in Philadelphia, please take that seat check that's above your head with you to your new seat so your new crew is aware of your destination. Welcome to Philadelphia. Watch your step.
Having been to many Amtrak terminals, we found 30th Street to be particularly impressive. There is both open space and ample seating, as well as easy navigation throughout the concourse. We would have a short layover here before getting on a regional train for Washington, D.C. With our layover complete, we're ready to board Amtrak Regional Train number 173. The train was particularly busy tonight, so we were not able to secure a window seat. It was also after dark for most of our trip, so we were done filming for the day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this trip report from Toledo to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe for future trip reports and train videos just like this one.